American Fairy Tales, Episode 3, Rabbit and Wolf, Betrayal. Very loosely based on how Rabbit betrayed Wolf. Rabbit and Wolf were hanging out at Rabbit's hole. They were sitting in soft chairs. They were drinking some beers. They were telling jokes. Rabbit was trying to make Wolf laugh. Wolf was trying to make Rabbit laugh. They had been good friends for a long time. They were like brothers. But they were both pretty lonely. Neither one had a girlfriend. Neither one had a wife. They each wanted a girlfriend. They each wanted a wife. They saw two pretty does walk by Rabbit's hole. A doe is what you call a deer who is a female. "Let's go talk to them," Rabbit said. Wolf nodded his head excitedly. They both wanted to have girlfriends. These does were very pretty. Rabbit and Wolf hurried out. "How you doin'?" said Wolf. He was always relaxed around ladies. Ladies is the nice way of saying women. "Meep," Rabbit said. He was always nervous around ladies. The does looked at them a little surprised. They had small smiles. The wolf continued, "My buddy and I wanted to know if you wanted some beer." "Erp," Rabbit added. His mind was blank. He couldn't make his brain work. Words did not come easy to him around ladies. The does both liked Wolf very much. They walked over to him. They ignored Rabbit. It's not their fault. Rabbit hadn't said anything intelligent. The does liked Wolf, but every time he tried to kiss them, they pulled away. He began to grow angry. He asked them, "Why don't you like me?" The does laughed. "We like you," they said. "We just don't like you. You're not a deer. You're not even a horse. You are just a wolf." Like means to like someone as a boyfriend or girlfriend. Wolf was frustrated. Wolf was angry. He didn't like that they didn't like him. Rabbit was shy, but he was clever. He had an idea. He whispered something in Wolf's ear. Wolf told the does, "I will prove I am a horse. We will come back tomorrow and show you." The does laughed. They thought the wolf was ridiculous, but they agreed to come anyway. They needed a good laugh. Wolf and Rabbit went home. The next day, Rabbit put a saddle on Wolf, and he put on spurs. Spurs are sharp things that go on your shoes that you use to make your horse go faster. Wolf really didn't like that. He was scared that Rabbit would hit him with the spurs. Rabbit rode Wolf from Wolf's home to Rabbit's home. Rabbit's home is where they had seen the does the day before. On the way, they passed a couple of cowgirls, that is, human women who herd cattle. Rabbit thought they were very attractive. He tipped his hat to them. They smiled at him as they passed. Like most women, these women thought rabbits were cute. And they'd never seen a rabbit riding a wolf before. Now, Rabbit felt torn. He had to make a decision. Would he keep riding to meet the does? Would he be nice to his friend? Or would he talk to the cowgirls? Would he pretend to be a human while his friend was just his horse? Rabbit took a moment, then decided to betray his friend. He was being selfish. He decided to say hi to the cowgirls. He opened his mouth and said, "Meep." He blushed. He decided to pretend that didn't happen. He would pretend he had not planned on betraying his friend. So he and Wolf rode off to meet the does. Wolf didn't know Rabbit had planned on betraying him. But Wolf had his own plan. When they got to the does, he was going to take both does for himself. Rabbit still looked like a rabbit after all. He didn't look like a horse. Yet, like Rabbit's plan, it didn't work out. When they arrived, they didn't find 2 does. No, instead, there were 2 bucks. Big bucks with big antlers. The 2 does were hiding behind some bushes and laughing. The does had betrayed them. The bucks looked angry. They shook their antlers at Rabbit and Wolf. "Meep," Rabbit said. In a moment, Wolf forgot about his plan to betray Rabbit. Instead, Wolf said a word. The kind of word you aren't supposed to say in school or church. The bucks started forward. Wolf turned around and ran. Rabbit was still riding Wolf. The bucks were gaining on them. The bucks were getting closer. Rabbit looked at his spurs. If he just hit Wolf with the spurs, Wolf would run faster. He got ready to do it, but didn't. Now was not the time to betray his friend. Instead, he jumped off Wolf, and they both ran together. Wolf was now faster than the bucks, but Rabbit was not. The bucks gained on Rabbit. It would only be a few more moments before they hit him with their antlers. Wolf thought of running away. He would be safe. But he didn't like the thought of Rabbit being hit by the buck's antlers. So Wolf yelled at the bucks, "Over here, you walking venison steaks!" Bucks don't like it when people call them food. They don't like it at all. They got very angry at Wolf and forgot all about Rabbit. They chased after Wolf instead. Wolf was very fast when he wasn't carrying Rabbit, and he could run through the trees very fast because he did not have antlers that got stuck on branches. Soon he was safe and back at his home. The bucks had given up long before. And who was waiting for him? Why, it was Rabbit. And he had a 6-pack of beer to share with his friend. They drank and told jokes all night. Their friendship was like new again. It was renewed. They told each other about how they planned on betraying each other. They laughed, and neither was angry about it. They forgot all about it. But Wolf would never forget how Rabbit had gotten off his back so Wolf could run faster. And Rabbit would never forget about how Wolf had saved him from the bucks. The end.